I still like pineapple on people in general. Well, you know, some people got tastes. But there's no real need to start up a whole issue about it. Where'd you meet Small Fry, by the way? Oh, and this is 1500. Yeah, so we got like the biggest of the bunches here. Yeah, basically when you get to the transition phases to different levels, different sites, they'll cost the most in terms of ink cover of eating power eggs, really. So bear that in mind. I mean, if you're going after another... Oh, there's another music disc. Golden Records. I believe there's a level on this side right here. Oh, no, I'm out of egg. Oh, no, we need more power eggs. I don't have enough. I could complete another level. Repeat a level from before and do it then. We could do that. That's what I did before, is I go back to one level previously and get another 300 eggs. Another golden record for our trouble. I just don't know. Why do, you know, people eat pineapple all the time. Like, yeah, I like pineapple, but somehow, for some reason or other, they'll just like, nah, I don't like it. Oh, that's it. Do we have it? Yes, we have all the Serenarium, we also have all the collectibles, and we have all the music discs on the island. So any secrets that we find are going to be literally just that. But anyway, on the flip side, you know what? I'm going to activate this level again so we can get those eggs. I mean, it's not wrong to go play another level if you're going to use a different weapon because you get a clear weapon for that particular element. I'm going to use the blaster this time on this level. We've already done once before. But since this level is pretty quick and easy, it's a straight line for the most part. And I want those extra 400 eggs. I want to clear this entire island so we can get the Altaria log. I'm going to do it. Again, this might happen early on. Early game, this happens. You have to replay levels to get the eggs. But like I said before, the more you play, the payouts for the eggs are going to be a lot more higher later on. So you're going to be swimming in power eggs. And I'm not sure if you go back and play like Salmon Run and get power eggs from there. I do not think they come. I don't think they come into here as a collectible you can use later on. So bear in mind that again, there's just not a lot to. You get the power eggs are exclusive to this mode in general. I'm a big fan of blasters, especially the Clash Blaster, but that thing gets not enough love. Like, why don't they have that weapon as a playable weapon in this game? Come on, in story mode, that's what it should be. Give me the Clash Blaster any day over any other weapon, any other blaster. Short range, yes, but it's fast. That's the whole point behind it. Come on, Alright, give me that armor. But blasters are kind of annoying because they explode at fixed distances. So you have to play the range game for this, especially for ranged blasters. I'll take you out. I'll grab as many of these power eggs as possible. Go like that. Booyah, come on out. Oh man, they use up a lot of ink too. Later on when you get better upgrades, you'll have better ink capacity and everything. So earlier missions, if you want to complete them with other weapon types and not have to worry about ink being reduced or gone, this is basically, you'll have a better time clearing out these extra weapon missions to get those extra eggs if you need them. But after you basically complete, like, get all the eggs, the power eggs go off as soon as you get all the goop gone from every map. So at that point, you're just basically on your own on that one. You don't have to use eggs for the rest of the game. Alright. Now we have enough eggs. We can now get ourselves lately to this portion of the map and clear it up. So we need 1,000 eggs and we've got just enough here. And we have enough to clear out that last portion over there as well. So we have a secret here. More eggs for our trouble. We'll grab this bad boy and now clear out the last of the goop on this island. And you get yourselves a ticket. Use those in online lobbies and you get yourself some pretty decent stuff for your gear leveling up. I think that... Oh, no, we have one more thing you have to do. Since the goop is all gone, we can now grab ourselves this egg, or this balloon. These challenges get harder and harder as they go along from every island, so bear that in mind. Because at these balloons, they'll basically start going higher and higher later on. Which means they'll be too high for you to hit, and if they disappear, you have to restart the challenge from scratch. But completing them will basically give you a sunken scroll for you to see. Greater Inkopolis and the Splatlands have wildly different methods of serving up clam mochi. Inkopolis style means a clam wrapped in mochi, but Splatlanders wrap the mochi with clams. They also sprinkle on sesame seeds and on top of it with hot sauce. It's Splatville's clam to shame, or clam to fame. So that should be everything on here. Now we should have access to alternative logs as fully analysis. Now we get to see what this says. Fall of humanity. As technology advanced at the exponential pace, so did too prosperity and an ultimate conflict. Before long, the entire world was embroiled. In the end, nearly all life on Earth was wiped out. As humans squabbled, natural disasters intensified. Volcanic eruptions leveled cities. The sea rose and began to consume the planet. Humanity experienced a mass extinction event. Soon the surface of the Earth became a barren wasteland, completely inhospitable to life. Error. Against the odds of computed to be 42,791 to 1, some humans survived. Therefore, the planet was only nearly completely inhospitable to life, and these survivors found shelter in a vast cavern created by a cataclysmic volcanic eruption. The cavern provided shelter, and a massive pool of accumulated seawater provided life. For a while, humanity was being decimated. Marine life flourished. All manner of squid, octopuses, and jellyfish have propagated in the deep. Surviving humans have found a source of sustenance. So yeah, Alteria is actually inside of a volcano. The very crater that we started off to in this game. So yeah, there you go. Hold it right there! What? Who are you? Who are you supposed to be? Oh. Hello. We're not supposed to be anything. But I'll tell you who we are. Save a sizzle, I'm Frey. You think you're cool? You can call me Shiver. Aye, make money, get fish quick. Aye, big man in the house. The Splatlands are our turf, only we may loot here. Ah, yeah. We are deep cut. I love them. Whatever. What do you want anyway? Wait, did you say deep cut? The deep cut from the Anarchy Splatcast thing? Yeah, it's called a day job. You should look into it. Banditing is our real passion. Nothing can stop us. Hate to interrupt, Frey, but have you looked around? We've hit the jackpot. Who knew this was here? All the time, treasure was sitting under the crater. It's now ours for the taking. Aye. Good eye, Shiver. So, are you gonna try and stop us or what? Because you totally can't. We're taking all of it for ourselves. Wow, it's like they rehearsed this whole thing. They're total pros. Aw, they don't seem scared. What do you have to do to scare someone these days? Hey, I got a little bit scared. Not that anyone asked, but I'm over this conversation. The treasure is ours. I wish you luck, but I don't want to. Catch you later. Yeah. Deep Cut, the anarchist characters that we've seen in Multifest, they're our bosses of the game. Yes, they are the bosses of the game. And again, that's why there's only 3 main bosses in the entire playthrough in this game. All 3 of them are basically one boss fight. We'll swim this lake here and go to our next island. To your right, you see mysterious fuzzy rock in the distance, huh? But that's a new sentence. We're almost there. Get ready. So we're on the second island right now, and more goop to take down. The second side's got a lot going on, doesn't it? Whoa, Agent 3! I'm getting a strong reading from way up there. Could it be Gramps? Let's go check it out. Indeed we shall. We'll tackle a couple missions here before we end things off. But anyway, let's take out, we got some ink clips out. Oh yeah, I need to activate this, 200. Takes them off here and everything. We got another secret to unlock. More eggs. Hey, we can at least get 100 eggs back from our trouble. Oh, 800? Nerve. Fine, we'll complete another mission. There we go. Swirling, swirling, whirling. Navigate the rotating platforms. But yeah, deep cut. There are the main boss. Well, not technically the main boss, but again, each one of them will have a particular gimmick you have to face them with. And I would say though, their boss fights are pretty good. But I won't spoil the boss fights until we get to them. Just so you know, they are basically our antagonists of the game right now, and we gotta deal with them whatever. Oh, hey, you! Get destroyed with that. There we go. Good job, small fry. Take them down. I think in the end, though, I think we're gonna have to. They're gonna be deep cutting their own bank accounts when we find out that treasure and take it for ourselves. Who says they have the right to that treasure? If anything, these things have been here since before they were, which means we have the right to claim that treasure as well as anything else. We'll tackle them one way or the other. Ooh, specials. I will take the special. Thank you very much. So if you want to get extra eggs, again, this is a good place to get them, too, because, again, you have the 2 extra weapons to complete. And there's some pretty decent spots here to get some eggs and drops and everything. They got the octo snipers. Oh, the stupid thing. Ugh. There's goop on my... There's goop everywhere. You're just being a slight annoyance, you are. I'll take you down like so. There we go. The octo snipers are not that real of a deadly thing. I mean, they are just... They're not that big of a scare. No, when it comes to the octo splatling, that's a problem. Oh yeah, nice bonus. 1,100 eggs, 10 more. 1110. Not bad at all. Okay. And we can complete that again for an extra 300 eggs if we so choose, but we don't need them right now at the moment, so I'm just going to activate this right now and eat this egg up like so. Is feature anything here I could muster and grab? Maybe? But also the fact you see all this stuff around here, like this is all human technology. So we can see like what transpired here and whatnot. I mean, this is the last place of humanity. A lot of people, again, a lot of these inklings and such, these races, they all think that humans just died off, and knowing that, oh yeah, Callie will basically appear from random time to time, and she will give you a, you know, an extra 100 power eggs if you so need them. Take up on her offer, because that's 100 eggs that's good enough for you, you know. But yeah, it's... With the Octo expansion, the story, you know, the guy that was just an AI programmed by humans, that was kind of a neat that humans weren't completely dead. For the most part. But still, this is still kind of like, humans are still technically, like, again, these are all, like, all the technology here is all human-based. Which is not it's not inkling technology, this is old human technology that they're going across. So this is really interesting for like level design because it's not designed with these Octarians in mind. Not for the Octarians or you. And I really, you know, if anything, maybe that would be a time, maybe the Raiders game will most likely have to deal with maybe the lost civilization of the last humans known on Earth. Like they still have to, like they're still, you know, I would say that even in a post-apocalyptic world, there's still basic humans could still breed, and knowing that what we do now with, you know, with CRISPR and everything, you could probably most likely, you know, enhancedly modify the human genome to your own liking. Which, to be fair, is kind of scary in that regard, but, you know, you think with all this technology the humans had to come down here and, like, well, you know, it's also funny, they don't really tell us what really went down with the why the humans died out. Some speculated it was probably wars, which is probably why turf war is such a big thing in Splatoon. But maybe because that's how when the Inklings evolved, they basically saw the records of humans and they saw, oh yeah, they like fighting and such. They probably integrated that in that fiasco. But I don't know. I just think that maybe there's something underlining here that we'll probably unearth later as we continue through the sites and everything and get all the levels done and see what more of the Altaria log states. I like that. There is an Altaria log we won't be seeing in this playthrough, and that is the secret level at the end of the game. You basically unlock that, and it just tells you a few more tidbits, but that's actually the last level in the game, and it's really difficult. I have not beaten it yet, and I probably won't beat it. Because all you do is you get a hat. You get a bear hat. That's all you get. And while that may be cool for some, it's like getting the ultimate armor for, for the Lost Warrior in Tears of the Kingdom, You went all of your way to get all the levels done, and all you got was this, a t-shirt saying you did it. Which is fair. It's better than just, it's better than, say, a, postcard saying have a great vacation and all. But still. There, eat it. There we go. Go fry. Time for you guys to have time for Inkzuka to go for troubles. Oh, I missed. But I still think that, I don't know, like, what really caused the apocalypse? They say it was rising sea levels and the volcanoes erupting and everything. Basically, a super volcano exploded. So, I'm just curious. What? Unless there was like a human experiment that happened and caused them to... And for some reason, this experiment basically messed up with the Earth's antics or something, or the Earth's natural way of life. That basically the Earth basically reacted in some weird way. Because again, it's not really explored what really the humans really did. All we know is that the humans died off because of, I guess, for the sake of unfortunately, the change in the climate. But they really don't tell us what that climate did. Like, what was the cause? Was it human caused? Or maybe it was the sun? Or maybe a cosmic event that hit the planet? You really don't know, honestly. And that's something I really wish the game would... I think the game doesn't tell you all that much. That humans became Inklings. Okay. No, well, Twitch chat saying that, but it's like, technically you're not wrong. You're technically not wrong when humans is, there will be an Altaria log we'll read on later that will basically tell you what the humans did to essentially survive. So bear that in mind. Anyway, time for our next special weapon mode, and this is the tank mission. This tank is pretty nice. It's very armor friendly. It's very heavy from hammer. You're not gonna die with this thing on, unless the enemies hit you from the behind. I got no idea about the lore of the series, so. Well, technically speaking, the ink it's been widely speculated that some sort of human DNA was put into some sort of like some type of experiment, to keep the human genome alive. But we don't know really for sure. Like, all we know is from the we got just the sort of like the sunken scrolls from the previous games to indicate that, yeah, the humans died out, and yet somehow when the humans died out, Inklings and Octolings basically spawned from it. But from those two games previously, we really have no idea what really did it. Like, what triggered the evolution of the Inklings and Octolings. All we know is that they all died out due to a massive flood, and the Octolings and Inklings evolved out of it, and somehow either they got some type of something happened inside of them that basically made them transform into humans. Eventually, and basically in Splatoon 2, there's a book, or at least a record, indicating that, hey, there was, wait, how do I get around that? Oh, I've hit you. That's right. I have to hit your face. There we go. Break these boxes up. There we go. And that fixes up this machine to basically go move the arms upward, and that way it'll get us to victory. It showed that in the previous logbook of Splatoon 2, showed us that the Inklings just basically they appeared on land, and they stayed to the land, and they somehow were able to morph themselves with legs and arms, and they somehow just took on the human form. But this again, Splatoon 2 did not really tell us anything, and only we got snippets of the human race doing experiments on organic life was basically through the Octoling expansion, where they had this particular goo that basically would essentially evolve creatures to have human traits, such as, you know, arms, legs, eyes. Basically, this would basically be like the humanist look. Something that basically the human race would adapt to something that would look more like, say, since the world flooded, they'd rather just, hey, you know what? We'll just basically look more like sea creatures. That'll do the trick, right? Okay, we'll go through here and let's see, what else can we do here? Technically speaking, if you really want to, if you have enough eggs, enough power eggs, go around the entire map and unlock everything you can. That way you can just fast travel to the next levels. The game does encourage you to do that because they want to say, hey, you want to explore? Get power eggs. If you want power eggs, go and explore somewhere. There'll be something of magic around here. But don't worry, folks. We know as much as we know about the Splatoon lore and everything, all we know is that the Inklings basically evolved when the humans died out. But we'll know about that later on with more Alteria records. So, that being said, we'll complete one more mission and this will finish us off today. With splitting crosshairs, with the bucket in hand. Alright, let's try. You know what? I'm gonna use this weapon, the Gel Squelcher. Oh yeah, because it's this mission. Ah yes, these types of missions. Basically a one and done sort of spiel. This is just the tutorial for this level. So I'll tell you right now, when we get to like the Site 5, there's going to be a mission similar to this, and it's a very pain in the backside for the default weapon type. So this mission in general is that we have to jump from rail to rail and defeat and destroy all the objects. If you don't defeat all the objects, you are on a one-way trip to death. So bear that in mind. I use the Gel Squelcher just because there's just, yeah, Gel Squelcher has a lot more range. So use that and bear in mind. Though this mission does give you a checkpoint, the level I'm thinking of that's in Site 5 doesn't give you a checkpoint. Nope, it does not. Which means if you fail, you have to redo the entire thing all over again. And they'd say, hey, you know, it's recommended to use the bow. No, don't use the bow on that one. Don't use the weapon they recommend you to do. Go after another weapon that has a better blast radius, because I'll tell you, sometimes these levels are really annoying. I ran out of ink! No! Dang it! Luckily, there's a checkpoint here. There we go. Take that one out. If you take out these targets earlier, you will get extra onion rings to jump through. So I basically recommend do this with the bombs, and then come back with the weapon here and take out the mocks in the middle with the gun. Because those are tougher boxes to defeat. There we go. There we go. And that's done for that weapon right there. Another weapon bites the dust. Alright! Mission completed! 1,500 eggs right off the bat, baby. But alas, folks, we have come to the end of our little journey for today. I've run out of time. As for the YouTube exit, ladies and gentlemen, next time in Splatoon 3 Story Mode, we can continue with Site 2. and basically get ourselves hopefully into Site 3. That being said, and also the fact is we're still learning more sunken scrolls and everything. Next time we'll get more upgrades, more stuff, and explore what this kind of depot looks like. Until then, I'll see you around. See you guys then. Ta for now, everyone. Toodaloo!